Everyone wants success. But nobody asks what it costs. They show you the car, the money, the fame. But they hide the nights of loneliness, the failures that broke them, and the sacrifices that stole their peace. Today I'm not telling you a success story. I'm revealing the price of success that nobody dares to talk about. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Dive into what really happened. Because what you are about to hear is not motivation, it is reality. Everyone loves the word success. We celebrate it, admire it, and secretly wish it for ourselves. We see it everywhere. Luxury cars parked outside glass buildings, big houses with perfect views, viral fame on social media, and people standing on stages while crowds clap for them. From the outside, success looks beautiful, easy, and glamorous. It looks like freedom, happiness, and respect all wrapped together. But social media only shows the highlight reel, not the hidden struggle behind it. It shows the trophy, not the wounds. It shows the destination, not the painful journey. What if I told you that behind every successful person you admire, there is a cost? A price so heavy that most people choose to ignore it because the truth is uncomfortable. This is not a fairy tale where everything magically works out. This is the untold truth of success, the part no one posts, no one brags about, and no one prepares you for. Our story begins with a young man named Arjun. He wasn't born into wealth. He didn't have powerful connections or shortcuts waiting for him. There was nothing extraordinary about his background. No one looked at him and said, "This boy will be successful one day." He was ordinary in every sense. Just another face in the crowd, just another dreamer in a world full of dreamers. But Arjun had something rare, something that made people uncomfortable. He had an unstoppable hunger to become something in life. Not for fame, not for applause, but to prove to himself that his life could be more than survival. While others complained about their situation, Arjun questioned it. While others waited for opportunities, he started creating them. He watched people around him dream loudly but act quietly. Arjun was different. He believed that dreaming without action was just another form of fear. So while others talked about one day, Arjun worked on day one. He chose effort over excuses and discipline over comfort. That single decision, to act instead of waiting, became the turning point of his life. He didn't know it then, but by choosing action, Arjun unknowingly signed an agreement. An agreement that demanded sacrifice, pain, patience, and loneliness. An agreement called the price of success. And this is where his real journey begins. Arjun began working at a time when the world around him was asleep. While city lights dimmed and people rested, his room stayed awake with quiet determination. Early mornings and late nights became his routine. While his friends spent weekends laughing, traveling, and enjoying life, Arjun sat alone, learning new skills, watching tutorials, reading books, and failing silently. He knew that comfort today would steal his future tomorrow. As time passed, the comments started. Some called him boring. Some laughed and said he was crazy. Others accused him of being selfish. They didn't see the vision inside his mind. They only saw what he was missing out on. This was the first and most painful price of success. Loneliness. Nobody claps during the struggle. Nobody notices the effort when results are invisible. At the bottom, dreams sound foolish, and ambition looks like madness. Arjun slowly realized that when you choose a different path, you also choose to walk it alone. Family gatherings passed without him. Birthdays became messages instead of meetings. Friends stopped calling, not because Arjun was busy, but because he was no longer available for their version of life. His phone felt heavier each day, not from notifications but from silence. There were nights when exhaustion hit him harder than failure. Sitting alone, staring at unfinished work, Arjun questioned everything. Is this sacrifice even worth it? Why am I suffering when others seem so happy? Am I destroying my present for a future that may never come? These thoughts haunted him in the quiet hours. No motivational quotes saved him. No applause encouraged him. Only self-belief stood between him and giving up. He understood something crucial. Discipline is lonely, but regret is permanent. Every time doubt tried to break him, Arjun reminded himself of a painful truth. The pain of discipline hurts now, but the pain of regret lasts forever. He chose temporary pain over lifelong disappointment. He chose to suffer silently rather than live with the shame of unfulfilled potential. Slowly, loneliness stopped feeling like punishment. It became training. In isolation, Arjun found clarity. Without noise, he discovered focus. Without distractions, he built strength. The world didn't notice, but inside, something powerful was forming. This phase didn't make him happy. Made him strong. And strength, he would soon learn, was exactly what the journey ahead demanded years past. But success refused to arrive on time. Arjun's journey was not a straight road. It was a battlefield filled with losses, mistakes, and lessons written in pain. His first business collapsed before it could even stand properly. Months of effort disappeared overnight. The second idea was mocked, not because it was bad but because it was different. People laughed, critics judged, and support vanished. His third attempt drained his savings, leaving his bank account empty and his confidence shaken. This was the second price of success: repeated failure and self-doubt. Failure doesn't just break plans, it attacks the mind. Arjun started questioning himself. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe success is only for lucky people. Each failure felt heavier than the last, not because of money lost, but because of belief slipping away. The world around him became louder with opinions. People laughed openly. Some said, "Just get a normal job." Others whispered, "He thinks too highly of himself." Even his family, who once believed in him, started worrying. Not because they doubted his intentions, but because they feared his future. To them, stability looked safer than ambition. What they couldn't see was the silent transformation happening inside Arjun. Every failure sharpened him. Every loss taught him something no classroom ever could. He learned what not to do. He learned patience. He learned humility. Slowly, failure stopped feeling like an enemy. It became a teacher, strict, painful, but honest. Pain became his training ground. Rejection became his fuel. Arjun realized that comfort never builds strength. Only struggle does. While others feared failure, Arjun studied it. He analyzed his mistakes, improved his skills, and tried again, stronger and smarter than before. His confidence was no longer based on hope, but on experience. That's when he understood a powerful truth. Success doesn't reward talent. It rewards persistence. Talent can open doors, but only persistence keeps them open. Many talented people quit when things get hard. Arjun didn't. He stayed. He endured. He refused to let temporary defeat define his destiny. Failure no longer scared him. It shaped him. And with one day, after years of struggle, failure, and silent perseverance, everything changed. But it didn't happen with fireworks or dramatic announcements. There was no magical overnight transformation. Instead, it happened quietly, almost imperceptibly, like the sunrise slowly breaking through the night. Arjun's relentless effort, the countless hours spent learning, experimenting, and failing began to pay off. His ideas, once dismissed, started working. Projects that had once seemed impossible were now turning into tangible results. People began noticing him, not just casually, but with respect. Colleagues sought his opinion. Aspiring entrepreneurs asked for guidance. And the same people who had once mocked him were now curious about his journey. Money began to flow in, recognition followed, and doors that were once firmly closed opened one by one. Arjun had achieved the success he had dreamed of, but with it came a realization he had never expected. This was the third and most profound price of success. You are never the same person again. Success is not just about wealth, fame, or accolades. Changes your very identity. Arjun noticed subtle shifts within himself. He became more cautious with his decisions, more aware of his actions, and more responsible for the people and opportunities around him. The carefree spontaneity of his younger days faded. Social interactions no longer felt simple. They carried weight because every move now mattered. Even as he smiled in public and celebrated achievements with friends and family, deep inside, he remembered the countless nights he spent crying alone, questioning his choices and pushing through exhaustion. Those moments of solitude and pain were etched into his character, shaping him into someone stronger, more resilient, but also more solitary in certain ways. Achieving dreams brought triumph, but also a subtle, lingering nostalgia for the simpler days of his life. Success gave Arjun everything he had longed for: money, respect, opportunities, and a voice in the world. Yet, it also quietly took something invaluable: peaceful simplicity. Life became more complicated, responsibilities multiplied, and the freedom to be carefree was replaced by the weight of expectations, both from himself and from others. He understood finally that true success is never entirely joyous. It is powerful, demanding, and transformative. It elevates you, yes, but it also reshapes you. You gain the world, but in doing so, you pay a price that few ever see, and even fewer are ready to accept. Arjun had achieved his dream, but in the process, he became someone who could never go back to being just an ordinary man. And that, he realized, was the most bittersweet part of all. Here's the truth that nobody tells you: success is not free. It doesn't arrive with applause, fanfare, or instant gratification. Behind every story of triumph, there is a hidden cost. A price paid in hours, in sweat, in missed opportunities, and in silent sacrifices that no one notices. Success demands time, energy, and relentless focus. It demands that you put your vision above temporary pleasures, that you choose growth over comfort, and that you remain committed even when no one is watching. It demands relationships sacrificed, nights spent alone while others celebrate, and sometimes even happiness postponed. Many people think success is about talent or luck, but the reality is far harsher. It tests your patience, your resilience, and your willingness to endure pain without immediate reward. If you truly want to succeed, you must be ready to face something most people can't handle: being misunderstood. Your choices may confuse friends. Your dedication may frustrate family. People will whisper, laugh, and even doubt your sanity. But the path of success is not designed for the applause of others. It is designed for the satisfaction of knowing you stayed the course, no matter the obstacles. You must also be ready to walk alone. There will be times when no one believes in you. Your ideas will fail, your plans will collapse, and your confidence will be tested. You will fail publicly and recover quietly. That is the nature of growth. Every failure, every rejection, and every lonely night becomes a stepping stone to something far greater than comfort ever could provide. But here's the beautiful part: if you survive the price, the reward is more than money or fame. It is self-respect. Arjun didn't just achieve his goals. He became strong, disciplined, and unstoppable. He learned that real success is a combination of achievement and personal